last night, and this is ultimately a WSU Cougar football story. Last night I saw Thor Ragnarok. Great movie, really funny. I recommend it. I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite superhero movies, actually. But Thor started an interesting debate in my head because I sat down and I observed a phenomenon. We've all been to movie theaters. We have all gone to a movie theater, sat down, and I observed something that we've all done. We've all seen it happen. And I thought it was really funny, and it really reminded me of Luke Falk. The way movie theaters are laid out, you sit down, there's like always a guy next to you with a armrest in between you. And we play this little dance. Who gets the armrest? Because one of us is, sometimes we sit next to a really big guy. And the big guy is imposing, and we're like, no way, I'm not even going to try to get that armrest. I know the armrest is all his. He's bigger than me. He can do whatever he wants. Sometimes you sit down next to a friend, and you jokingly push each other around, and you just take it from me. But the point is, the alpha male always gets the armrest. The bigger guy, the more stronger guy with more presence, that's who gets the armrest. Unless you have a civilized conversation, and the guy's like, you can have it, I don't want it. I love Luke Falk. Luke Falk is the best quarterback in the history of Washington State football. He's probably the best football player in the history of WSU football. And, oh, God, I know I'm going to get so much hate for this. I'm going to get people saying, you're a hater, you don't like WSU. It seems like anytime I don't say the words, woo, go WSU, I get attacked and I get hate. I'm not a hater of WSU. I'm realistic and I'm honest and I call it like I see it. I love WSU football. I talk about things when I notice them. So bring it on. I'm ready for your attack. I'm ready for your hate. Even though Luke Falk has amazing numbers, his numbers are incredible. And Luke Falk has a great story. Luke Falk, he walked on at WSU. He's a great, great story. And even though at times he's absolutely dominated in college games, not every game, but a lot of games, he dominates. Luke Falk is not going to be much of an NFL quarterback. And that really shouldn't be an outlandish or ridiculous thing to say. I know that sounds controversial. It's not. That's a widely held belief. Look at Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy is a widely celebrated quarterback in the state of Texas. And Colt McCoy, not much of an NFL quarterback. Look at JT Barrett. JT Barrett, Ohio State's current quarterback. One of the best Big Ten quarterbacks ever. He's statistically the best Ohio State quarterback ever to play the game. And yet he's not going to do much in the NFL. We're aware of that. He's not a pro talent. He does not translate well to the NFL. Statistical success does not mean you will be a great NFL quarterback. One of the things that I measure when I meet quarterbacks, and the most important, not the most important thing, but one of the most important things is presence. Does your quarterback have presence? What I mean is when your quarterback walks in the room, when Russell Wilson walks in the room, when Tom Brady walks in the room, they have this magnetism to them, this energy, this glow. The room revolves around Russell Wilson. He's not doing anything. He's just being himself. It's who he is. Russell Wilson has presence. Luke Falk does not have presence. Luke Falk is the guy in the sweatshirt in the corner that's bland. He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. He's not it's not negative by any means. But Russell Wilson walks in, bam, he's just got the spotlight on him. I had the amazing pleasure of being around Sam Darnold before he was Sam Darnold, before Sam Darnold was USC's quarterback and this number one recruit. I was there the day that Trent Dilfer discovered Sam Darnold. Trent Dilfer said, oh my gosh, you're a big deal. Come over here. I watched this whole development of Sam Darnold go from some kid in Arizona to, oh wow, you should really be a college quarterback. But before I knew who Sam Darnold was, we all knew Sam Darnold was something. Because on the football field that day, everything revolved around Sam Darnold. And I mean, Blake Barnett was there. Big name, top recruit quarterbacks at this camp. Ross Bowers, Cal's quarterback, was there. Connor Neville, quarterback here at WSU, was there. Sam Darnold just had this presence, like a magnetism to him. And you're like, oh, wow. In fact, I didn't know who Blake Barnett was. I thought maybe, because I heard about Blake Barnett is so great. I thought maybe, is that guy Blake Barnett? Because that guy is killing it and everyone's watching him. I know that was Sam Darnold. Before Sam Darnold was Sam Darnold. Luke Falk, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about Luke Falk, but Luke Falk is not the guy that gets the armrest. Luke Falk is a guy that doesn't even try for it. He doesn't have the presence to get the armrest out of movie theater. Look, I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for Luke Falk. But history's not on Luke Falk's side. Look at the quarterbacks that have played for, just alone look at the quarterbacks that have played for Texas Tech and Mike Leach. Look at Connor Halliday, set up numbers, nothing. Look at Cliff Kingsbury, the coach of Texas Tech, not a great NFL quarterback. Look at Graham, what's his name? Graham Harrell. Graham Harrell's not a great NFL quarterback. Never was, never will be. So the system he's coming from doesn't help him. Not to mention, numbers don't help you either. Look at the stats. Look at the Pac-12 record books. Sean Mannion, Connor Halliday, Matt Barkley, Nick Foles, all the guys that are on the same list as Luke Falk. Passing yards, passing touchdowns, completions. Luke Falk's on all the same list they are. None of those guys did great in the NFL. Look at the yards leaders in all of college football. Case Keenum, Jimmy Chang, Landry Jones, Graham Harrell, Kellen Moore. Not great NFL quarterbacks. In fact, you could argue Case Keenum's the only one that's even done anything in the NFL. And add that to the fact that Luke Falk really is not playing that great. I haven't seen anything that impressive from Luke Falk. I've been here for 4 months now, and I've yet to see Luke Falk absolutely dominate. I've seen this team practice. I've sat up atop, you can kind of watch them practice, not seen Luke Falk dominate. And Luke Falk has been pulled out of games 2 times this season. Now, my only question is maybe Mike Leach just really hard to play for? Because I could totally see that. I can 100% see Mike Leach being just a difficult person to work with and a hard person to play for. But he also could just be a product of a good system. Maybe Luke Falk has really good numbers, and this is what I think is more likely. Luke Falk has good numbers because he throws so much and he plays in Mike Leach's system. Because I really haven't seen Luke Falk throw it downfield this year. I haven't seen him take chances. I don't know what's going on. Is he trying to protect his completion percentage? Does he want to finish on a high note? I know that last year watching Dak Prescott doing the Dak and dunk, which is he wasn't throwing the ball downfield very much. He didn't throw a lot of interceptions. He wasn't going to lose you a game, but Dak Prescott wasn't going to win you a game last season. This season, Dak Prescott could win you a game because he's taking chances. Yes, Dak Prescott is throwing more interceptions this year, but that is because he's throwing the ball downfield. He's taking chances. When you throw the ball downfield, you have a higher risk of throwing an interception. That's how it is. But you got to take chances to win. And Luke Falk hasn't done that this year. He has not let it rip. He's not tore anyone up this year. He's been very conservative. I don't like that. You know, I think Luke Falk is a lot like Tom Brady. I think they're very similar. I think it's possible Luke Falk goes in the 6th round and makes a team and someday contributes something because I mean, he has really fought against adversity his entire career. I believe in him possibly gaining. I don't think Luke Falk will be a good NFL quarterback. But I hope he does. I hope he proves me wrong. Luke Falk, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry, man. I don't believe in you. But prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Because you fought so hard to get to WSU. You broke every record. If you could do the same thing in the NFL, oh my God. I would be so happy. I'd be ecstatic for you. But I don't think Luke Falk has it in him. I don't think he has the inner fortitude and the presence of mind to be an NFL quarterback. Not to mention, he's really struggling throwing the ball. He's making bad decisions. He's not playing very well. So I don't think Luke Falk will be a great NFL quarterback. I think that's a pretty easy debate. I don't think that should be that controversial. It is, apparently, but it shouldn't be because Luke Falk is not showing what he needs to show to be a top NFL quarterback.